Hi, welcome to another episode of the Boardroom. This week's meeting is about Facebook, another social media network. So come in, sit down. The meeting is about to start. And I now declare our meeting open. Today we talk about Facebook. Facebook was that pioneer on what social media is concerned. It was one of the first major social media platforms and one that became popular very quickly and spread all over the world. However, in recent years, we have been experiencing a major decline of this network, and some businesses looked elsewhere to get more clients or to advertise their businesses. Obviously, they still on Facebook. They still because they probably had pages before and they keep their pages. However, today everything happens in other social media platforms such as LinkedIn and Instagram, and Facebook has seen a bit of a decline in preference, even on particular, like on private profiles. A lot of people may still have their pages, may still have their profiles, but they don't update the profiles regularly and they don't use Facebook as they used to. One of the factors that may have contributed to this decline may have been the recent spread of fake news and all this negativity that has been around Facebook in recent years, which obviously it's very sad, especially when people are spreading misinformation and things that are not true. Unfortunately, with the global pandemic, we saw this rising, and maybe that was one of the factors that contributed to people to simply walk away from Facebook because it was just getting a little bit too much. However, I do not. I still have my page. I know that a lot of businesses still keep their pages because, well, there's still people on Facebook. There's still some people that use Facebook, and we can still have our profiles. However, for translators, for example, I would say that we could cater Facebook, for example, for translation, for matters regarding to translation. Uh, some of us, like myself, like to talk about translation, share experiences with other colleagues, and maybe Facebook is the right network to do that. I mentioned on my previous video that LinkedIn should be exclusively for clients and to get your clients, so your content should cater for your clients. Facebook is a little bit more flexible on that, and you can, for example, do your content for other clients, talk about translation, and things like that, because maybe you can meet other colleagues and go into groups with other colleagues and share ideas, etc., etc., that are more suitable for Facebook rather than, for example, LinkedIn or even Instagram. However, another thing that I notice also, and other colleagues have mentioned that as well. Definitely, my fellow colleague Moramani has mentioned that in the summit for financial success for translators every single time, is that some of us unfortunately are in groups on Facebook and other social media where there's comments or blacklists about the translation agencies or certain clients, etc., etc., And some colleagues may post some rather aggressive comments about these practices, etc. Please bear in mind that those Facebook groups are not closed, and as well as your colleagues are reading, there might be some good clients that are also reading, and it might be a little bit off-putting for them that you are so aggressive and you have such a negative impact or a negative comment about the industry and about some practices. Yes, we can always comment. Yes, we can always reward good practices and talk about bad practices, but we should do it in a more professional way and saying, well, it's unacceptable. I would not accept a low rate or something like that, without the negativity, without sometimes the aggression that comes with some comments. Um, I, for example, use my Facebook for translation. However, I still keep my profile, um, and I still show a little bit to private clients because I do certified translation, and a lot of private clients may have come in contact with me through this network. So I still keep both. However, most of my client-based content is put on LinkedIn and Instagram, and Facebook these days is solely about translation and much more for clients, or sorry, for colleagues. So that's my approach to Facebook. I think everyone has a different approach. Please share yours. I think we can make most of it if we want. We can still use Facebook. There's still a lot of people that uses Facebook. We just need to work around it and see what really works best for us, and choose accordingly. Maybe if we don't really like to talk about translation, or we don't have anything to say about that, but we like myself, you work with the certified translation, for example, and you really want to cater Facebook for that, well, that's another option. You can just um, talk about things regarding the certified translation and the translation of documents, the preparation of applications for government applications and things like that. So there's always an option. You just need to keep an open mind and see what is best for you and what is best for your business, and then cater your content in order to get your results. So this is my opinion. And that's all for today. I now declare our meeting closed. I hope you really liked my input on Facebook these days. Um, but if you have a different approach, if you use Facebook in a different way, and you would like to share your ideas, please do leave me a comment below. Uh, or if you have any questions that you would like to ask, please feel free to leave me on the comments below, and I'll be very happy to answer every one of them. Uh, Please put a like on the video if you really like the ideas today. So the YouTube algorithm gets really happy. And subscribe the channel. Click on the little bell so you get a notification of each meeting every week. And thank you so very much. Before I go, thank you so very much for watching, and see you next time for another episode of The Boardroom.